All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who do Salaki, at Great Millstone who do well. And salute, man. Much love to you, sincere brothers. Big blessings, man. To you, sincere brothers who push this truth week in and week out, man. Man, I definitely want to touch on this story real quick, man, because this shows the zeal of Jake, and it also shows that the Most High don't miss his target. Because this man you see on your screen, Mr. Ronnie Long, was convicted of 44 years, and he was wrongfully convicted of 44 years in prison of rape. For rape. Accused by a so-called white woman, you know? And all the evidence proved that he was innocent, but they still threw him away. Esau still threw him away, you know? So, like I said, the Most High don't miss his shot, man. He don't miss his target. Even though this man was innocent of the crime that he was convicted of, he was still guilty of something that the Most High felt like he needed to serve all this time in prison for. You know? He's not innocent in the eyes of the Most High. Yes, he was innocent of that particular crime. You know? And this man, he said he still kept his faith in God, and he got to get in the scriptures. But I'm going to get into it. I'm going to let this play, man. You know? It's Jake, man. I'm going to just let this play. And Lord willing, you be edified.
Black man, white victim, white judge, white DA, 12 white jurors, 1976. You tell me I had a fair trial. What I had was a modernized lynching.
Hi everyone. Today I'm speaking with Ronnie Long, who spent 44 years incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit. Ronnie's case was actually recently covered on the True Crime podcast, Unjust and Unsolved, which tells really heart-wrenching stories about different people like Ronnie who were put behind bars for crimes they didn't commit and whose crimes that still actually remain unsolved. Thank you again, Ronnie, for being here with us and sharing your story. 44 years for a crime you didn't commit is a sentence that it's a nightmare, isn't it?
To live 44 years inside an institution, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a nightmare. It's something, you understand, saying that a person will really, you have to be in a certain state of mind in order to contend with something like that. I was accused of sexually assaulting a wealthy, influential white female that was a pillar in the community of Concord. The police, these four corrupt detectives with the Concord Police Department, put me in front of this victim and made me out to be the perpetrator. The judge distinctly asked the victim in trial proceedings, did the Concord Police Department ask you to pick Ronnie Long? Her answer, her remark were, they could have.
Rewind it.
Put me in front of this victim and made me out to be the perpetrator. The judge distinctly asked the victim in trial proceedings, did the Concord Police Department ask you to pick Ronnie Long? Her answer, her remark were, they could have.
Now that should have blew the lid off the whole case. They should have let that man walk after he said that. Walk free. And they should have reimbursed him for all the hell they put him through in that little space of time. Because he could have been so-called free doing what he had to do to take care of what he had to take care of and do what he had to do. You know? But that's how these devils operate, man. Behind closed doors, boy, it's a dirty system. And Esau's so-called justice system, which there is no justice in his justice system. It's really an injustice system. So Psalms 94:20. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? So the throne of iniquity, what is the throne of iniquity? Esau's world, Esau's kingdom, the throne of iniquity. Have fellowship with the Most High, which frame mischief by a law. Your whole system is mischief framed by laws that this devil came up with. Like this dude Tariq Nasheed say, I'm white and I say so. That's Esau's law. He's white. He's so-called white and he say he's Esau and he say so. Whatever he say goes. And it's full of holes and you could pay this all and pay that all. They just take bribes, bro. You know? But these devils frame mischief by law. That man was clearly innocent. They got all kind of evidence showing that he was innocent. So that's basically evidence against them. The crime they committed against him. You know what I'm saying? But they still framed that mischief. They just wanted to get a Jake. They just wanted to get a so-called black man and stick it to him. Because, you know, Esau hates Jacob. Who was Esau? The forefather of the so-called white people. These so-called white people were the descendants of Esau, Edom. You are the Edomites. And who is Jake? The forefather of the Israelites, which his name is Jacob. His full name is Jacob. You know? Jacob's name was changed to Israel. And we, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, we are the descendants of Jacob, the Israelites, man. So Esau hates the Israelites. So he just wants to stick it to him. They just want to stick it to a so-called black man, make an example out of him, drag him through the mud and get another prisoner in the system, another slave, man. That's how these devils play. But at the end of the day, this man, the Most High put this man through this for a reason, you know? So let's go.
Why do you think the police wanted to pin it on you? Was it because they didn't have any other leads? They just wanted to pin it on you?
I used to wear black leather jackets. I used to wear black leather caps. I used to drive with gloves. I used to wear black gloves that I used to drive with. Back in 1976, I dressed like the perpetrator that they say assaulted this woman. It's the style of dress, you understand? So they take that, just look at that, then they try to use that, you understand, and put me in a position.
Truly, the only evidence they had against you was her word in the description. That's it, right?
Black man, white victim, white judge, white DA, 12 white jurors, 1976. You tell me I had a fair trial. What I had was a modernized lynching. That was a modernized lynching. If it had been in the 50s and the 60s, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
When the sentence came down, what was your thought process like? What was that frustration like? What were the feelings like when you know you're going to go to prison, potentially to your death, for a crime you did not commit?
Here I am, a 20-year-old in the county jail, facing a death sentence. They offered me 7 years for a guilty plea and told me I would be back home in 3. God had another plan. Before they could take me to court, the death sentence was abolished in the state of North Carolina. In October, when I was sentenced, North Carolina reinstated the death sentence. So I just missed being tried for my life. They gave me 2 life sentences, running concurrent, sent me to the worst penitentiary in the state of North Carolina at 21.
You've been sentenced and you're imprisoned, incarcerated for 44 years. Can you talk me just through what those 44 years were like?
Being locked up for 44 years, man, I went through hell, man. I went through hell. And I'm telling you, you understand, saying, when they sit me behind the wall, that was a life and death situation. So I wasn't in the wall 1 week, fresh. A man get killed in front of my cell. I see 2 other prisoners kill this man in front of my cell. I felt I believe in signs. See, I felt God wanted me to see that. He wanted me to see that killing, to let me know the seriousness of the situation.
You hear that? Jake got that zeal, man. He still believed in the Most High, man. You know, and let me hit a quick script. Job 2:10. I'm going to go into when the Most High was plaguing Job through Satan, which he was using Satan to plague Job, man. To test Job. It was just a big test for Job, man. You know, he put Job through hell. But Job passed that test. Let's check it out. Job 2:9. It says, Then said his wife unto Job, Doest thou still retain thine integrity? Curse God and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, or who you call God? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips. So my point is, when Job said, shall we receive good at the hand of God, which God's true name is Yahweh. Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive evil? Question mark. So the Most High dish out the good and the evil, even to the man he loved, the one his chosen, man. He says, them who he loved, he chastised. So this man even understood that. Like, he cracked open the Bible and got into them scriptures, man. But I ain't trying to shit on them, but a lot of these jakes get into the scriptures, and they get into the Quran too, which the Quran is toilet paper. The Bible is the real deal. They want to get all holy or whatever when they get into prison, man. When they got to do all that time. So we're going to receive evil also at the hand of the Most High, man. All of us, all you brothers in this truth, we all done been through evil. We all done did evil, man. So I got to salute him for that, because he still was like, hey, he ain't give up on the Most High. Because I done seen many people give up on the Most High because of how hard their lives were. This man spent 44 years in prison, so imagine how hard that was.
I see 2 other prisoners kill this man in front of my cell. I felt I believe in signs. I felt God wanted me to see that. He wanted me to see that killing, to let me know the seriousness of the situation and the predicament that I was in. So the name of my game was survival. I always felt that there was a superior force or a superior being guiding me. After I beat that death sentence, I knew I wasn't alone. I knew that I had a superior force. And I believe in my heart, you understand, saying that there is something greater than man. If you have faith in anything that you want to accomplish, then you can accomplish that. Once you put your mind and your heart to whatever it is you want to do.
It was only after spending nearly 30 years in prison that Long learned that Concord police investigators had tested more than a dozen pieces of evidence and had hidden the results.
What?
Hidden results, hidden evidence, man. That's how this devil play. But this is Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivered, for a spoil and none said restore. Exactly, man. A lot of probably half a Jake man in America in prison, man. Another large chunk of them dead, getting killed up. A lot of Jake have heart attacks and shit by the time they 40 and strokes and all types of madness, man. This is a people hid in prison houses. Why? Shit, this man kept his integrity and knew that it was the Most High guiding them, man. So what's up with you dudes out here that ain't got no integrity? And y'all ain't been through shit. Well, we under the curses, I'm saying, but a lot of y'all ain't been through no true hardships, man. Especially you new generation of niggas, man. You say some of these niggas, they want to kill you because it hurt their feelings. But Jake is hid in prison houses. Why? Because we're under the curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter right now. Because of our sins against the Most High. This man is not innocent. He suffered because of his sins. I tell you that in the scriptures. We suffer because of our sins. I don't know what he did to have to go through such a hard punishment. Even though Esau banged the gavel, the Most High above banged that gavel before Esau ever could. The Most High above controls Esau. He the one put the spirit on Esau to do that. It says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey and none delivered, for a spoil and none saith restore. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil in Israel to the robbers. Esau, the so-called white man, he's the spoiler. He's the robber, man. He's the spoiler and the robber. They're not the Lord. He against whom we have, because basically that was stolen labor when he put that dude in prison unjustly. That was basically slavery. He was basically a stolen slave, bro. Because he got all type 44 years of labor, super cheap labor out of that man. So that man was spoiled and robbed of basically his entire life. It said, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned? So the Most High did it, man. For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his laws. Let's go.
What was the reason the state finally freed you?
The state didn't free me.
Police investigators had tested more than a dozen pieces of evidence and had hidden the results.
What was the reason the state finally freed you?
The state didn't free me. The state didn't have no choice. At the time, I didn't have the evidence.
Slovakia, man. Damn commercial. Boom.
Well,
Boom. I don't want to hear that shit.
That had been suppressed. I don't
Freed you.
The state didn't free me.
He said that right. The state didn't free him. The state, the one that took his ass captive. The Most High freed him. Let's go.
The state didn't have no choice. At the time, I didn't have the evidence that had been suppressed. I don't find out about this suppressed evidence until 30 years later. When I found out about this evidence in 2008, I filed a motion for approval relief.
Please talk me through, I guess, the support you were receiving to get, freed.
I've always had support. I've always had somebody in the street holler my name. As time went on, you understand, saying I've come to learn and come to meet other people. As my struggle, you understand, continued, and my fight continued, other people joined my fight. I met my wife about 8 years ago. She started marketing my name. When she started marketing my name up and down the internet, I'm talking about t-shirts, hats, shoes, had my name, you understand, out, want people to understand and want people to see the injustice that was done to me. She marketed my name for 8 years, and people started learning more and more about my situation.
Today, the court ruled Long's constitutional rights were violated during his trial. The Duke Wrongful Convictions Clinic says evidence...
I want to say something real quick. It's kind of off subject, but it take a so-called white woman to ride with you like that, man. He met his Edomite woman while he was in prison, man. And she was riding for him, man. If that was a nigga woman, she would have said the hell with that nigga and moved on to the next one. Shit. And the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And that's a damn shame.
Today, the court ruled Long's constitutional rights were violated during his trial. The Duke Wrongful Convictions Clinic says evidence was suppressed, including fingerprints. His attorneys say that evidence proves Long's innocence.
Can you talk me through what it was like transitioning back into the real world? When you found out that you were finally, after 44 years being free, what was that like for you?
Damn near unbelievable, you understand? So when I'm walking out them fences, when I'm walking out the gate after 44 years, it was damn near unbelievable. I'd always told myself, I'm going to walk out like I walked in. And it happened. Thank God.
What would you like to say as far as kind of the inherent systemic racism in this country and how it affected you and potentially other cases like it?
How do you defend a lie? What kind of defense do you have for a lie? Racism? It's going to always be. It has always been. Racial discrimination exists within the system, because if it didn't, I wouldn't have to go wait no 44 years.
What is your hope for the future as far as other victims like yourself of these injustices?
I'm encouraging people, get out, vote, cast your ballots, and know that your voice can make a difference.
I think they paid him for that part right there. I think they threw him a bag for him to say that. And they did. He did get $750K. That's how I found out about this particular case. He was like, they gave him $750,000, but that's not enough. That's not enough. What the hell is 750,000 to 44 years of what you took of my life, man? That's how I found this, you know? So Esau, that ain't enough. You finna have to pay in blood what you have done to our people, Esau. Yeah, we know the Most High using you as an object of judgment, a weapon against Israel because of our sins, but he's still finna make your ass pay. You still the wicked. You still got judgment reserved for you. The wicked are reserved to the day of evil. The day of evil is coming. It's your time, boy. It's your time. It's in prophecy, man. So 750K, that ain't enough. Y'all finna. What's that dude, Pooh Shiesty? He got that song called Get It Back in Blood. Hey, Jake gonna get it back in blood, man. That's according to the scriptures. I'm gonna get it too. Let me get this real quick. Isaiah 14 and 17. It says, this is talking about Lucifer, the so-called white man, Esau. It says, I start at 16. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, hold on, matter of fact, I start at 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see, that's talking about you going down, boy. Just like that man went in hell, he went into shackles. He went into a prison. He went into straight hell. I'm not talking about burning the mythical so-called hell where you burn forever and ever. That's not scriptural, man. You know, that's false doctrine. I'm talking about you finna go through hell on earth, boy. The curses. Read Deuteronomy 28 and 15 through 68. You finna eat that plus double. You finna receive double of what you did to us, man. For 1,000 years straight. So let's get it. That's your prison sentence, devil. It says, verse 16, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? Is that you, Esau? You made the earth a wilderness and you did shake kingdoms, raining down fire up on these other kingdoms, man, in the form of missiles. Waging war on everybody, dropping bombs, trying to enforce your laws and trying to be like the Most High and enforce your laws, statutes, and commandments on everybody. No, you finna pay. You the man that didn't open the house of your prisoners. And let me jump to Isaiah 42 and 7. It says, 42 and 6. It says, I the Lord have called thee in righteousness and will hold thy hand and will keep thee. He talking about his elect. And give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. So you actually got some of the elect that's sitting up in prison, man. Hell, this man could be one of the elect. I don't know. You know, but overall, Jake is in a giant prison, but you got some of us that are actually literally in those prison houses. Because America is a giant prison for the Israelites. It's a place of our punishment, man. You know, and we've been here for some centuries now, catching hell, but we at the tail of this. We at the end of this. You know, that's why we need to be getting right, because Yahweh Shai is about to make his second coming, man. Yahweh Shai is the one you read about in the Bible, which his name in the Bible you see is Jesus Christ, but his true name is Yahweh Shai. That's what you want to call him by. We need to be getting right before he make his return and bring that vengeance, man. You know, and this is basically history repeating itself also, man, with Pharaoh hardening in his heart and not wanting to let the Israelite people go, man. That's a prime example right there. This is Exodus 7 and 16. And thou shalt say unto him, hold on. Okay, speaking of Moses, and thou shalt say unto him, the Lord Yahweh of the Hebrews has sent me unto thee. So the Most High, the Lord power of the Hebrews, sent Moses unto Pharaoh, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness. And behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Exactly, man. So what happened when the Most High sent Moses to Pharaoh over and over again, telling them to relaying the message to Moses, through Moses to Pharaoh? What happened when he kept telling them, let my people go? What happened after so long? The Most High kept plaguing plaguing the Pharaoh, man. Put hell on him and ultimately destroyed him, man.